Welcome to the Savvy Giving Gal podcast. I'm your host, Melissa Turilli Smith, and today marks a very special episode, the final episode of season 1. The podcast is officially turning 1, and what an incredible year it's been. Launching this show has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. It's been a space to grow, connect, and highlight extraordinary community members who lead with kindness and service at the heart of everything that they do. Through their stories, my guests have shown us how giving back not only transforms the lives of others, but also has a profound impact on our own health and well-being. I can't wait to share some of my favorite moments from the past year, and I hope you'll continue to support this show and the incredible work my guests are doing to make the world a better, kinder place. If you've been listening, you know that at the end of every episode, I ask 3 signature questions that reflect the heart of the Savvy Giving Gal. What does it mean to be a community change maker? How has helping others impacted your own well-being? And what's one small act of kindness our listeners can incorporate in their daily lives? In this episode, it was hard to narrow it down to just 5, but I'll be sharing 5 tips to enhance your well-being and 5 simple acts of kindness you can start doing today. These small, impactful steps can truly up-level your life. Stick around till the end. I'll be answering those 3 signature questions myself.
Coming to fill up my cup.
Tip number 1, don't let the fear of judgment hold you back. Live your dream and have fun. In episode 2, Tara Gilad, the founder of Vitality Bowls, reminds us that joy and boldness go hand in hand. She shares how she's bringing healthy, allergy-safe food to communities across the country, helping other female entrepreneurs succeed and living life to her fullest potential.
Sometimes we take ourselves too serious, or we're worried what other people are going to think. And I think that's where every person needs to do a better job is don't give a shit what other people think.
Yes.
Who cares?
Yes.
Live your life. Who cares if some person or some woman in your community or some man this or this, that, or this person. Stop caring about what other people think. Live your life.
Yes.
Because if you're held back by the fear of what are people going to think or the fear of failure, well, I don't want everybody to judge me or my friends to think I'm a loser because this failed. So what? You know how many businesses fail? Start another one. Who cares, right? But stop caring about what people think. And I think so many people are driven by, oh, I can't wear that, or I can't look this way, or I can't say that, or I can't do that. Stop giving a shit. And I think people will be happier. Like,
I
obviously
agree.
be respectful, but
of course.
you know what I mean.
Of course. But I do think instead of looking outward, and we need to look inward and we need to start doing the things that make us happy and not what makes all of the people around us happy. I think when you weave helping other people into that, it just is like a cherry on top. But
it feels good.
It feels good. I think in a community where we live, where there's so much success, I feel like we have to be sometimes the best or the biggest or the, but you don't. You don't. Like, you just have to have your little corner of the world where you're making a difference and you're living your dream. I'm so excited to share today's sponsor, Vitality Bowls. Not only is it our go-to restaurant for clean, allergy-free acai bowls, smoothies, wraps, salads, paninis, and more, all made with organic granola and organic acai, but it's also an incredible franchise opportunity. With over 70 locations nationwide, Vitality Bowls offers entrepreneurs a chance to own a business that prioritizes health, quality, and community impact. Plus, Vitality Bowls is giving my listeners an exclusive discount of $1,000 off the initial franchise fee. Just email franchise@vitalitybowls.com and mention the Savvy Giving Gal podcast for more details. Tip number 2 on how to enhance your well-being: prioritize nutrient-dense foods. In episode 8, Dr. Carrie Henneman, founder of Family Meals First, discusses the importance of choosing foods that nourish our body and our mind. She emphasizes why prioritizing nutrient-dense meals gives you a voice and a choice in your long-term health.
I truly believe if kids can learn at a young age about the importance of fruits and vegetables in particular, and how they can nourish you well if you remember to eat them, often and know how to prepare them, then you are set up for life. If you can eat nutrient-dense food often, then you are going to have to see the doctor less. You're less likely to have cancer, heart disease, and strokes, which, these are also big problems in this day and age. Cancer is plaguing more and more and more of us, which is really scary.
It is. If you could do something as easy as eating fruits, vegetables, and nutrient-dense food, maybe you could help reduce the risk.
Cancer is so complex, and I would hate to say, if you eat a good diet, you're not going to get cancer.
Right.
That's not how it works. But it could prevent some cancers. It could maybe, let's say you're taking medication, it could reduce your medication. Instead of taking 100 units, what if you could take 50 because you were able to eat your diet? That means less side effects. That means less cost, right? I mean, there are things, diet can have a powerful impact. The biggest thing is that it's something that you can control on your own too, right? It gives you a voice and a choice.
Tip number 3, be an advocate for kindness. In episode 9, Leanne Coburn, financial advisor at Merrill Lynch and founder of Bay Area Women Leaders, shares her heart for service in aligning wealth with purpose. She speaks about intentionally modeling kindness for her daughters and using generosity as a guiding force.
I try to say to my girls, leave the space that you're in the same or better than you find it. And that's a space, it can be a bathroom in a restaurant, where like there's tissue paper on the floor, just pick it up. It can be really simple things like my parking jobs, which are terrible. And I don't feel like reparking, but I should, because then you're being kind to the next person. And I was thinking a lot about this too. It can be much bigger than that. I think sometimes kindness, an act of kindness, takes courage. It can take patience, but it can also take courage. And if you're not the one being kind or acting in a kind manner, and we've seen this, not to get dramatic, but it's true throughout history, then who's going to speak up when you don't? I think it just is this whole ripple effect.
I love that. I love being an advocate for kindness, just showing people that, it may be difficult in certain situations, but you need to step up and you need to be kind and help other people along the way. Tip number 4, find your Thrive Tribe. In episode 15, Dr. Ryan Lazarus, the founder of the Lazarus Method, speaks about the power of belonging. He emphasizes how surrounding yourself with like-minded, supportive people is essential to unlocking your potential and living a resilient, holistic, healthy life.
A feeling of belonging feels like we're part of a tribe, and our tribe can be a small tribe, but it can also be the tribe that we live in, and that is our community. And we are hardwired that way. And if you look at the research and you start looking about, the very unique areas around the world, these are the blue zones. And they started doing research around it, and there was a book on it, and there was a documentary on it about these blue zones, and everyone ate differently and everyone moved differently, and there was different genetic links and different, demographics and different temperatures. But what did they all have in common? A sense of community and belonging. And so we're hardwired that way. And I think a lot of people these days feel a little bit disconnected from that. And I admire what you're doing, which is, bringing people together and talking about our community and how we can all contribute to it. And so I find it very fitting that you love
it really resonated with me, obviously, clearly. Like, it's something I'm very passionate about. And I love that you included it, though, in this plan of our health, because there is studies, and obviously you're probably well-versed, that when you are around your community or when you're helping others within your community, it sets off all of these chemicals in the brain and you become a happier person.
Yes. Yeah, that's fact.
And tip number 5 on how to enhance your well-being: set an inspired challenge for yourself. In episode 18, Natalia Lazarus, author of The Inner Race, shares how running the Great World Race reignited her inner spark. She encourages us to embrace bold challenges, especially in midlife, and to see movement as a superpower.
That's sort of the power. Well, I know it's the power of setting a challenge that you're inspired by. It is this like incredible catalyst for growth. And so the moment I signed up for the race was really like the first time for me as a mom, like in 15 years, where I've I bet on myself. Like I took that leap of faith. You would not even believe the amount of like self-doubt and fear and worry. Like, you know, I'm like literally wiring the money at the bank and my hands are shaking. It was a very scary moment. It was a real moment, but something about that, there's just power in that, right? And so now I'm on this path of like, you know, getting ready for the race in ways that, you know, I can't even imagine, but like I'm all in.
Feeling good inside and out is so important to me, and that's why I love shopping eCosmetics. They offer the best in beauty from all of the top brands with great prices, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. It's my go-to for everything beauty. Head over to ecosmetics.com and use my code SAVVY25, that's SAVVY25 at checkout to get 25% off your purchase. Hey, travel lovers, it's Melissa. Traveling with my family to explore new cultures brings me so much joy. And all business class travel can make it even better with their top-notch personalized service. Use promo code SAVVY, that's SAVVY, to get complimentary Black Car Airport transfers. All business class travel makes it easy to focus on what really matters, cherished memories. Visit allbusinessclass.com and start planning your next incredible journey. You'll be surprised how these simple actions can create a ripple effect of positivity in your life and in the lives of others. Here are 5 small acts of kindness you can start today. Make giving simple. Just start small. In episode 1, Narda Scove, health and sexuality educator and founder of the San Francisco chapter of the Wig Exchange, shares how small, intentional acts of kindness can create big impacts. Her advice, don't overthink it, just begin.
I think when you know better, you do better. Yeah. And I think when you pay it forward, it only has a positive effect, that it can't have anything but that.
I agree.
Right? It just is that simple.
Yep. And it is that simple.
It really is.
I really hope that through my journey with the podcast and with Party and Kindness that I am an example of how simple this can be,
really,
and be a guiding light to people to show them that it is not hard. And the impact and the reward is vast and great.
It is. And it is. And I would say with Party and Kindness, like it just is the simplest, most benign act. Oh, let me just pick up a few extra lotions or a few extra pairs of socks, right? But when that woman is going into chemotherapy, like those socks are going to make that day so much better because she's not going to be cold or her lips are not going to be chapped. Like it's just that simple.
Practice gratitude and teach your family to do the same. In episode 4, Carrie Monis, co-founder of Turkey on the Table, encourages us to build thankfulness into our daily routines. Gratitude not only brings joy, it strengthens traditions and helps others in need.
I do think, like I said, when you're happier, when you're grateful for the things, you kind of give off those good vibes to other people. And so if you're coming from a place of being happy and being grateful that, you know, the kids might say hi to a couple extra people at school. They might help someone out. So I think that's really the ripple effect is when you're in a great place and when your kids are in a great place, they can offer that to others.
Yeah, I would agree that if you make it part of just the value system in your home and how you walk through the world, that your kids will naturally start to follow that because they want to follow their parents. I mean, you are their example in life forever, but until they really leave the house. So you have many years to show them how easy it is to just do little things that, make a huge difference in the lives of other people.
I totally agree. And I think the gratitude piece is included also. Like I always had my kids go up and thank their coaches after a game. Thank you, coach. Thank you. Because they're giving their time. They're donating their time, saying thank you every time someone at a restaurant drops something off at your table, looking them in the eyes, saying being thankful. I think like you set the groundwork then when they go out. Anyone offering you a service, anyone that's taking their time to help you get better at a sport, anyone that's teaching you, showing gratitude for people who are helping you is, I think, fundamental to being a good person and, spreading a good energy out. And I think, hopefully that comes back to you.
Look someone in the eye so they feel seen. In episode 6, Andy Calloway, founder of the Nephrotic Syndrome Foundation, reminds us that the smallest gestures, like eye contact and presence, can make someone feel valued and connected.
I think any small act of kindness is an incredible gift. I mean, whether that's just holding the door for somebody, looking someone in the eye, and just really making them feel seen. I think that that's such a small thing that a lot of people don't do. Just really treating everybody who you see on a daily basis with respect. That's my first and foremost, whether it's the person who's, serving you at the restaurant or, helping to clean up the tennis courts, or whether it's someone you run into at the store, or a professor or whatever who it might be. Just, I think if you can treat each person with a little more respect, with a little more eye contact and just a little extra time, I think that goes a lot farther than anybody really thinks.
Be kind to yourself. This tip is extra special. Shawnee Hall has been my co-founder at Party and Kindness for 11 years, and together we've poured countless hours into spreading kindness to our community. In episode 7, she shares how self-kindness is the root of spreading joy to others. From personal care to grace on hard days, kindness starts from within.
I think, kindness is definitely contagious. I think, first of all, you need to be kind to yourself. I think that is really important because you can just see it on people. You see people walk through a room they just have this spirit about them and they touch other people's lives just in their presence. And I think just doing that, a small act actually does make a difference. I was sitting in a car line. I think I was rushing as always. And I was mad that I was in this, it might have been Chick-fil-A car line waiting to get food. And I was so annoyed because it was taking so long and someone paid for my food. And it just made my day. Like, I was like, I hear about this stuff all the time, but it really was just affected me, even though it was so small. So it's like you can definitely spread kindness in that way, be it small or big, through having a charity or just doing something like that in a random day.
Be present when you're with others. In episode 16, Christopher Helfrich, CEO of Stephen and Aisha Curry's Eat, Learn, Play Foundation, talks about the importance of showing up fully. Whether it's with family, coworkers, or for your community, your presence is the most generous gift you can offer.
So, Steph, right? We've talked about how great he is, but one of the things that I think sets him apart, especially because everybody wants something from him or his time, like he is the most present person that I've ever met, right? And so if he were here talking to you, he would just be locked in. You're the only person that exists. You're the only person in the world. And he's genuinely curious, right? And respectful of others and wants to have those moments. And so like every time I'm with him, like even if it's been weeks since we talked last, it's like, wow, like he is totally locked in and engaged. And that's a good feeling, right?
Yeah.
So when you talk about like a simple gesture, just, putting your phone down, right? Or looking someone in the eye and taking a breath instead of getting your next point out, like that, for me, like that gift of just like pure presence, I think there's something to it.
Hey friends, it's Melissa. I want to talk to you about something that has been life-changing for me, therapy. I've personally used therapy, and I can tell you firsthand how powerful it is to have someone in your corner guiding you through life's challenges. That's why I'm proud that today's sponsor is BetterHelp, an online therapy service that makes it easy to get the help you or your family needs from the comfort of your own home. Whether you're struggling with stress, anxiety, or just need someone to talk to, BetterHelp is here for you. And for listeners of the Savvy Giving Gal podcast, you'll get 10% off your first month of therapy when you use our link in the description. Take that step towards a healthier you because you're worth it. Visit betterhelp.com/savvy to get started today. As promised, I wanted to share my thoughts on the 3 questions I ask my guests at the end of every episode. So first, what does it mean to me to be a community change maker? It means that I use my time and my voice and my resources to uplift others and to work to create lasting positive impacts right here in my own community. How has helping others impacted my own well-being? Wow, in so many ways. But helping others and volunteering my time has brought me a deeper joy, purpose, and connection. Giving back has healed parts of me that I didn't even know that I needed healing. And lastly, what's one small act of kindness I try to incorporate in my daily life? I talk a lot about the importance of having close girlfriends who feel like family. One often overlooked act of kindness is sending a quick, heartfelt text to someone you appreciate. Not just a check-in on how are you, but an opportunity to express how much they mean to you. A few thoughtful words can remind somebody that they're seen and valued and not alone. I wanted to tell you all again how grateful I am that you tuned in this season, and I can't wait for you to hear and see what is to come next season.
Coming to fill up my cup.
Thank you for listening to the show. I hope it sparks a desire in you to dedicate even a small slice of your life to uplifting others. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts. Follow me on Instagram at Savvy Giving Gal. You can also visit my website at savvygivinggal.com. Let's spread positivity together.